Hey y'all. Okay. It's a little windy out here. So hopefully it's not. My hand might be blocking the sound of that. I just want to show y'all what I did out here yesterday. I'm just gonna tell you what's going on. Alright. So I came out yesterday and I cleaned this space up. Okay. So if you remember, I had the peppers over here last year. And what I did was I put cardboard around the plants, or either I put all the cardboard down and then put the plants in. Either way, it was covered in cardboard and just had holes where the plants actually were. So those are there. Oh my gosh. There are the plants, the dead pepper plants from last year. I just pulled them out yesterday. There wasn't much to do over here as far as weeding because I had the cardboard down, so that was great. But I did have to clean the rest of the beds out. See that? See those little, that's a little shoe print. I had the kids over here earlier. But anyway, yeah, so yeah. Did this one yesterday. And I'm gonna say a little bit more about that when I get over here to show you the other one. Okay, so here's the other space. It's mostly done. There wasn't much to do down there because that part down there is where it stays wetter. So it was hardly anything down there that I needed to pull up. But, and I forgot to say this while I was over there, that space over there had gotten so overgrown that it was basically like the walkway all over. If you didn't know where the beds were, you wouldn't have known. But y'all remember I tried to do some cover crops and they didn't work out? Well, yeah, I ended up with a bunch of weeds just covering the beds. So, why I wanted to come to this one and talk to you about it is because, let's see, I don't know if I have one under here. Maybe. Okay. All right, so you see this, where I'm pulling this up? See that? What I did was I got this fork. I bought a fork. And I went through the beds over here and the beds over there in the space that I showed you at the beginning. And I just lifted it up and flipped it over. So what I did yesterday in the beds over there was I went through and got all this up. So how I just flipped that over, I just flipped it over and then I just tried to shake as much dirt off of it as I could. But yeah, so yeah, I did something along those lines over here, but I'm gonna have to come back through and actually get everything out. And now I'm gonna come over here and tell you why. So I guess it was Wednesday that I came out and I did these and I cleaned that out, and I had all that pine straw sitting back there, so that's why that's all dead like that. And I put it over here after I cleared this out. And then, like I said, there wasn't much to do at the bottom. What I wanted to do was this space, the covered beds, but we had another freeze coming. So last night, it's the night before last, I think. Yeah, it was like 20s, maybe high 20s, low 30s. No, it was in the 20s. Like high 20s though. I didn't want to uncover all this stuff and then have to cover it back up because it was going to be that cold. So I wanted to wait and do these when I could just leave them open at least for a little while. So I got over here, and that was like 2 or 3 weeks ago that I flipped all of that over. Well, I came out here, not yesterday. I think it was Wednesday. And I was cleaning these up. I got over here, and where this plastic is sitting, it was actually like over. So it was over the bed. And when I lifted this up, sorry y'all. When I lifted this up, there's some water kind of trapped off in this. But where all of that was flipped over underneath it, all I smelled was ammonia. So I was like, yeah, this is not it. But this was like, I did the other one first. So I was pretty much at the end when I got to this one. And up to that point, I was just kind of pulling some of it up and cleaning it out. Because the way I did that, some of it was like tall, like that stuff right there. So when I flipped it over, it wasn't fully covered. So it was just kind of growing up the side. But it wasn't just like completely covering the bed like it was originally. So I really just came out to clean that up. But once I smelled that, I was like, okay, I'm going to have to actually get all of this out because I'd hate to have gone through, starting all this stuff just to put it out here in the bed is hot. So when I did the other space over there, I made sure to get all of that out. I didn't leave it. But when I did these originally, I didn't do that, as you can see. So I left some of that in. But today I'm going to go ahead and go back through and see if I can find where I left some of that in these beds. I think I probably got most of it out. But I do know there was like 1 or 2 sections in each bed, I think, where I left something. So I want to clean that up. And then I want to start on these. And y'all, when I show you what it looks like under here, I don't know. Hopefully it's not bad. I'm watching this wasp over here flying around near me. Hopefully it's not terrible, but yeah, it's more than what I planted growing underneath here. I mean, it's the ideal conditions though, so it makes sense. But yeah, so that's where we're gonna start. We're gonna start with these, whatever's left in here, and then we'll get to those. I don't think there's anything I need to do in the other space over there. So the only other bed I have left after that is this one that's covered, but because those are deeper, not much grows in that as far as weeds, and I've uncovered that a number of times, and I've kind of pulled some stuff out of there already anyway, so there's just not much that's going to need to be done there, so I'm not going to bother with that. I don't know if I'm going to uncover it today, though, because it's going to be warm for a few days, so I might go ahead and uncover it, but I'm not trying to clean it out, though. But yeah, I'm going to go try to get set up. We're going to see how this wind cooperates, because the wind is blowing. The wind is blowing. I feel like I'm going to set the phone up, and it's just going to get blown over. But we shall see. All right, so I just want to show y'all this side. I'll show you the other side when I open it up, but I'm not going to bother recording cleaning it out. So most of what you see right now is just leaves off of that stuff. So down here, you saw I started cutting. Well, a lot of that stuff with the smaller leaves is basically like a ground cover kind of thing. So I was trying to pull it up and it was just breaking in pieces. So then I was having to just kind of keep grabbing all these little pieces. So I started just trying to cut them off. And that was kind of the case with most things. It's like, even the stuff that you did see me pulling up, a lot of it was just snapping off. So I wasn't getting a whole lot of the roots out. I missed that. But yeah, I think I got most of it though, and I don't think any of the stuff that I left is really it's really strong stuff. So even though I didn't get all the roots out, I don't think they'll come back. I think with me cutting the tops off, or tearing the tops off, that they should be done. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but yeah, so done with this side. And how did that? Is my nose bleeding? No, I don't think my nose is bleeding. No, my nose is not bleeding. I think I did bust my lip though. Okay, anyway, yeah, so this side is done, and let me open up this other side so I can show it to you. All right, so here's the other bed. This is what it's looking like. And ants, y'all, the ants are just, they're getting on my nerves. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's really any in there, because so far I've been running into, yeah, okay, so there's some. Can y'all see them? You see them moving? It's the shadow. See them now? Hold on, just zoom. Yeah. So there's some ants in that one. It's not a lot, so I'll probably still pull these weeds out. But so far what I've been running into is, like, when I turned all this stuff originally a couple weeks ago, there were some active ants, but then when I came back the other day and started actually cleaning those beds up, there weren't any. So we've had, a few cold nights, so that might be why I haven't seen them. But so far, the ones that I've been running into these last few days haven't really had any ants in them. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out. Look at that, that's flour. I'm gonna have to take that out. That was a kale or a cabbage or something, but anyway, I'm gonna take that out. Yeah, see, a lot of these kales are okay. But yeah, okay, let me go ahead and do this because my allergies are not loving me being out here the last couple of days. Even when I was out here the other day. So I'm gonna get this done and I will show you what it looks like in the end. Okay, y'all, so I thought my nose was bleeding earlier and it wasn't. Well, it is bleeding now. So, and all I have is my shirt. So I'm gonna have to make this quick so I can get in the house. This is done. Yeah, I mean, self-explanatory. That's done. There's still some kale and that's a cabbage or something. Celery. I didn't mention that, but on the other side there's some celery and stuff too. I left that dandelion, and then this is the one where I had the calendula, so that's coming up. I knew that would seed and I didn't mind it, so I'll let it do that. Ooh, but okay, this is done. I don't know if I'm not sure when I'm gonna open that last bed up, but I'm gonna leave these open. And I'm gonna grab this while I'm over here. I'm gonna leave these open. When I looked, I think it was yesterday that I looked, and it was showing like a freeze or Sorry, I had to clean my nose. A freeze or a frost or something next Monday. But then when I looked earlier today, it's not showing that. So I don't know. I don't really think we're done. I don't think we're done. Sorry, y'all. This is a little choppy because I keep pausing it so y'all don't have to hear me sneezing. But yeah. So I don't know. I'm telling you, it's like when I started talking, the sneezes came. But anyway, I don't know if we're done or not. But I'm gonna leave this open at least as long as I can. And if it does get too cold again, then I'll cover things back up. I might go ahead and open that bed tomorrow. We'll just see how that goes. And all right, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I need to go dump that, and I'll be in the house probably for the rest of the day. There's some other stuff I want to do, which I hadn't really decided if I was gonna go ahead and do that today or not. But as it's going right now, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think this is gonna be the end of it for today, for me outside. So that is really the bulk of the beds ready to go. I'll put some more compost on them. I'm not sure how much, but or if I'll do all of the beds or not, but I will put some down, and then I'll fertilize, just in the individual holes as I'm planting things. I don't know if I explained this or not, but I showed y'all that I've got those wildflower seeds. Not wild, well, yeah, the different seed mixes and stuff. So I want to do one down there. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do one in these side beds, but I do know that I'm planning on putting the tomatoes on the long bed on the opposite side over there. So I had the pepper set up on one side, so the side that I had the corn in last year. I think I'm going to do the tomatoes over there. And I got some long T-posts, some tall T-posts that I'm going to use to stake those. So I think I'm going to put one of those seed mixes over there. Maybe the cover crop mix. I want to try to do a green manure kind of situation. Is that what? Not green manure. What's the word? Green mulch. Mulch. That's the word. With some with an M. I want to do that. So I'm going to try that around the tomatoes over there. And like I said, I'm not sure yet if I want to try to do that over here or not, because I showed y'all that tentative layout that I had, and I'm planning on putting beets or lettuces or something around the brassicas that are going to go in these beds. So with that being the case, I may not try to plant any of those mixes in those, but I'm likely going to plant some or spread some seeds down there though. All right, I'm going in, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.